Markets are on a roller coaster ride, and today's morning bid is here to navigate you through the twists and turns. The global financial landscape is a delicate dance of optimism and uncertainty. Let's start with the good news. Markets worldwide are feeling optimistic, with a bounce at the beginning of the week. This boost is fueled by hopes of a trade deal, an end to the Washington shutdown, and some relief for regional banks. However, as we delve deeper, we uncover a more complex narrative. In Japan, the election of Sanai Takaichi, a liberal Democratic Party leader and fiscal expansionist, as the country's first female prime minister, has sustained the Nikkei stock benchmark surge to record highs. But here's where it gets controversial. The appointment of Satsuki Katayama as the finance minister, despite her advocacy for a stronger currency, has left the yen weakened. Meanwhile, China's stock market is soaring, with President Donald Trump expressing optimism about a potential fair trade deal with China. This week's Communist Party meeting on a new economic plan has further buoyed Chinese markets. Back in the U.S., there's a glimmer of hope for an end to the government shutdown, which has now matched the second longest on record. Regional bank jitters have also eased slightly, with Zions Bancorp reporting decent earnings despite taking a hit on 2 loans. But here's the catch. Wall Street stock futures have taken a slight dip as we head into Tuesday, with a deluge of corporate updates on the horizon. Netflix takes center stage, but big industrial and defense names are also set to report. The drop in crude oil prices and softer U.S. Treasury yields have strengthened the dollar, mainly due to the falling yen. Gold prices, which reached new records this week, have surprisingly fallen over 1%. In Argentina, the peso continues to weaken, even after the central bank signed a $20 billion exchange rate stabilization agreement with the U.S. Treasury Department. A group of U.S. banks, including J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, and Goldman Sachs, are hesitant to lend to Argentina without guarantees or collateral. Eurozone banks may face pressure if U.S. dollar funding, the lifeblood of financial markets, were to dry up, according to the European Central Bank's chief economist, Philip Lane. This concern has been at the back of central bankers' minds since Trump's announcement of trade tariffs and pressure on the Fed earlier this year. Trump's support for Australia's critical minerals industry is a welcome financial boost, but experts caution that it may take longer to shift the supply chain away from China and weaken its market dominance. Goldman Sachs has flagged mounting risks to global supply chains of rare earths and other minerals, emphasizing China's dominance in these sectors. In today's column, we explore the peculiar market mood, which is both bullish and nervous. It's a delicate balance, and we'll dive into the factors shaping this unique market sentiment. Today's Market Minute. European leaders, including those from Britain, France, Germany, and the EU, have issued a joint statement backing Trump's call for a ceasefire in Ukraine. Hardline conservative Sanai Takaichi's election as Japan's first female prime minister has shattered gender barriers and set the stage for a right-wing turn. Trump's support for Australia's critical minerals industry is a financial lifeline, but experts predict a longer wait to shift supply chains away from China. The surge in gold, cryptocurrencies, and stocks has sparked debates about the U.S. debasement trade, but bond and foreign exchange markets tell a different story. The critical mineral supply chain deal between the U.S. and Australia is an important step, but not a game-changer, in reducing Western reliance on China. Chart of the day. Gold slipped back from its record high on Tuesday, capping an extraordinary year with gains of up to 66%. Investment fund demand for gold exposure has been a key driver, and data shows a significant increase in exchange-traded gold fund flows this year. Events to watch today. Canada's September Consumer Price Index, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Speeches by Federal Reserve Board Governor Christopher Waller and European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde. U.S. corporate earnings reports from a range of companies, including Netflix, Omnicom, Texas Instruments, and more. Stay tuned for more market insights and analysis. Remember, in the world of finance, every day brings new opportunities and challenges. Opinions expressed in this article are those of the author and do not reflect the views of Reuters News, which is committed to integrity, independence, and freedom from bias. By Mike Dolan, Reuters Editor-at-Large for Finance and Markets. Feel free to share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on these market developments.